Your first alert forecast with meteorologist A.J. Rickman.
Well, with the first of 3 main rounds of rain having moved through, we've picked up some pretty good rainfall amounts. Last 24 hours, over 2 inches just north of Cedar Rapids and Iowa City, just north of Waterloo, close to that 2-inch mark, and then some of our northern counties as well. Widespread amounts of close to 2 inches, same in Dubuque. Farther south, we didn't get quite as much. Just north of Ottumwa, they still picked up about 3/4 of an inch. Really good, beneficial rainfall to help us get out of that drought that we have been in. Now, we are going to be watching for that second round of rain and storms to move through. That's going to be as we get into late tonight and then early into tomorrow morning. As we go through the night tonight, though, we are going to be watching for a little more of that calm weather. Temperatures, though, are going to be very mild. They're not really going to change much from where they're at right now. Pretty constant in the middle to upper 50s in some of our central and southern areas. Northern areas are just a couple of degrees cooler as they have been for most of the day, but wherever your temperatures are right now, that's pretty close to where you can expect them as we go through the night and into the start of Monday morning. Now, we are dry, like I mentioned, but then that next round of rain starts to move in late tonight. Here we are at midnight. We're starting to see it work its way in from the southwest. By the time we get to Monday at 3 a.m., more showers and scattered storm activity is working its way through the area. Now, this next round is going to be a little more scattered than the more widespread rain that we saw late last night and into this morning. But there is still potential for a lot of eastern Iowa to get in on some more rain of some kind. And then as we get into the morning hours of Monday, that does start to move out. And we go through another period of some dry weather, but it's going to be a gloomy type of dry weather as we go through the afternoon Monday. By the time we get to the middle of the afternoon into the later part of the day, the next round of rain moves in. This will be the final round of rain, and it stays with us as we go into Monday evening, overnight Monday, maybe another little brief dry period. But then by the time you wake up to go to work and school Tuesday, we're seeing more of that scattered shower activity, some rumbles of thunder. We do finally dry out for good. By the time we get to Tuesday at 1 p.m., you see a shift in our wind. Northerly winds that are going to be moving in, that's going to be with a cold front. That's going to be right there along that change in the wind from northerly to more easterly wind. So that cold front pushes its way through, and as it does, it'll dry us out. Now, before that happens, we could still pick up some pretty significant rainfall totals. Again, it's going to be spaced out over 2 more main rounds of rain, but widespread amounts of another ½ inch to close to an inch are certainly possible. And then areas farther south and east are going to get even more rain, maybe perhaps in excess of an inch in some of those spots. Now, like I mentioned, temperatures are pretty mild, and then for tomorrow, we're going to see them climb a few degrees, but again, not much change in those temperatures. We're in the 60s across the board for tomorrow. Your 9-day forecast does show that by the time that cold front moves through, we'll be seeing those temperatures drop into Tuesday night. Lows are in the upper 30s, and then we're going to be dry for the middle of next week. Highs are in the 50s and lows are in the 30s. We will be watching for another round of some shower activity as we get into late Friday and then into the weekend, next weekend.
The rain is definitely needed, but it will be nice to see the sun again.
Absolutely, yeah, and especially after all the cloud cover we're going to have.
Thanks, AJ.